Sorry if my highlight is blinding anybody, but I've been watching too much Jeffree Star lately and I went a little ham. What's up, guys? It's Andy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the top 5 series that I want to focus on reading this year, 2018. And before we get started, I know it's been 2 weeks since I posted. Life happens. I wasn't feeling inspired and I felt like that would come across on camera, that I wasn't enjoying what I was doing, so I hope you guys enjoy. Series number 1, The All Souls Trilogy by Deborah Harkness. This series contains 3 books: Discovery of Witches, Shadow of Night, and The Book of Life. I heard about this series a while ago on YouTube. And first of all, the title, A Discovery of Witches. Anything witch related, I'm here for. Yeah, this series follows a woman named Diana Bishop, and there's werewolves and vampires involved, I believe. I heard someone on YouTube describe this as Twilight, but if Bella was 30 years old and a vampire. I can't remember which YouTuber it was that said that, or else I would mention them. But she was saying it as a negative, that she didn't care for it as much. But to me and my little Twilight brain, that sounded like a plus. So I'm ready for it. I might wait until closer to Halloween time, but we'll see. It's 3 whole books, so I can't read everything in October. The second series I want to talk about is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. There's a novella to this series coming out in May that is supposed to be a bridge to a next part of this series that follows other characters, I believe. Right now I have the 3 books of the original series. The first being A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and A Court of Wings and Ruin. I've read the first couple chapters of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and so far, it's the first couple chapters. Only 28 pages in, so nothing's really happened yet. And I kind of picked it up a couple weeks ago and haven't gone on. Everyone and their mom talks about this on BookTube. It follows Feyre, and it involves Fae, and yeah, I think everyone knows what this is about by now. I've heard mixed things about this series and Sarah J. Maas's writing. When her books first started coming out, everyone was obsessed, saying it was so amazing. As time went on, people were saying, oh, it's not all that, and I don't know, so I just want to form my own opinion. The third series I want to read this year is The Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. This series is a duology, so 2 books, Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. Can we talk about the sprayed pages? This series takes place in the Grishaverse, which is the same world as her Shadow of Blood and Bone series. Now, I haven't read that trilogy, and I really have no intention to. I've heard people say that it's fine to just read this without reading that series, and other people say that you'll get more from the story if you've read the trilogies. So I plan on watching some spoiler-filled book talks about the Shadow of Blood and Bone series before I start this. From what I've heard, this duology follows a group of morally gray characters on a heist, and I've heard nothing but great things about it. I've heard it's like so atmospheric and that it's a great fall time read, so maybe come September or so, maybe I'll start this. I've had this on my shelf forever and just haven't got to it yet. The 4th series I want to finish in 2018 is The Darker Shade of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab. If you've watched my 24-hour readathon, which was my last video I posted, I read the This Savage Song duology by V.E. Schwab, and I loved it. I'm obsessed with her writing, and I can't wait to dive into some more of it. This series takes place in a world where there's 4 different Londons, and the main character, Kel, is one of the few people that can travel between all 4 of them. I don't know too much more than that, other than everyone loves it. I've heard that it can be kind of slow getting into it, but you're building a whole world, so I expect that and don't mind it as much. What I've heard about this series from BookTube is that the first book is a lot of world building, the second book is a lot of character building and development, and the third book is action, action, action. I can't wait to dive into more V.E. Schwab this year. And finally, the 5th series I want to complete this year is The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. Now, I don't have the series in physical form, I have them on my Kindle, so I'll see if I can insert a picture. I use iMovie on my phone, and getting picture-in-picture is crazy. So just a little side note, if anyone else watching this edits their videos on iOS, like their iPhone or iPad, and you use picture-in-picture, please let me know. If the picture is landscape, I know you make it into a video and then can insert the picture doing it that way. But since book pictures are always portrait, other than resizing them really tiny and looking kind of weird, there's not really a good way to do it. So if anyone has a trick for that for iOS, please let me know, but I'll try to do the best I can here. This series follows a group of characters on an adventure, and I believe there's something about a Welsh king involved. One of the main characters, Lily, is prophesied that she will kill the first person that she kisses. There's also landlines involved in the series. The audiobook for all 4 of these are also on Hoopla, so I might switch back and forth between the Kindle version and listening to it, or read the Kindle version while listening to the audiobook. I get a lot of reading done by using audiobooks, so I'm excited to delve into this series and see what all the hype's about and hope that I love it as well. Alright, that's it, you guys. Those are the top 5 series that I want to prioritize reading this year. All of these series are very popular and hyped up here on BookTube, so I want to read them too and put my 2 cents in and see what all the fuss is about. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my Goodreads and Twitter linked down below. And I'll see you guys real soon in my next video, I promise. Bye!